My name's Penn Markham, and I'm the president of Friends of Pump House. So Richmond has had a public waterworks since 1830. By 1878 or so, the city was growing pretty rapidly after the Civil War, and they needed more water. This building was constructed between 1881 and 1883. The man in charge of that was named Wilfred Emery Cutshaw. He, as far as we know, designed the building. He liked the neo-Gothic style. He used that on Old City Hall. And it was kind of an interesting choice because the neo-Gothic style was actually sort of on its way out. He decided to use it again here. Of course, we're glad he did because we think it looks really neat. He definitely had an interest in making the city a more beautiful and usable place. And so I think that was just his passion, was giving space for its residents to enjoy themselves. So, you know, a water pumping station that also has a ballroom. When the pump house was first opened, this was kind of the upper class place to be if you were going to have a social event of some sort. Part of what made this building interesting, or at least the technology that was in it interesting, was that it was entirely water driven. So there was no electricity or steam or anything like that used to pump water here. It was all just the force of falling water. Well, the problem with that approach is that the machinery tended to wear out quickly. After only about 40 years, it was ready to be scrapped out. And then it just kind of sat here, boarded up. It really wasn't until about the 80s that anything really started to happen. I think there's general agreement that this would be a great event space of some sort. And so I think anything that we can do to let more people enjoy what the city has to offer is a good thing. We're always happy to accept donations. Aside from that, advocating with your elected representatives, so your city council person, the mayor, any of those folks, and letting them know, hey, I care about this building, and you should too, because this can be a valuable resource for the city and an amazing space that will draw people to the city. And just letting them know that it matters and that they should support any effort to keep the building standing, but ideally to renovate it and make it into an event space once again.